The bald eagle. What a beautiful creature to take us where we need to go. Today's Sonic 06 is no normal episode, because we're not just going fast. We're going fast. In America. And probably getting pulled over for speeding, but that's beside the point. Hello everyone, I am Third Mario Brother, and welcome back to Let's Play Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 Blind. In the last episode, we ran some errands, basically, is what it felt like. We saved Anna, or Anna, whichever you prefer, or whichever she prefers, I suppose, from a bunch of robots that were trying to kill her and get her secret, which I still don't know. Maybe I just wasn't paying enough attention. But, after saving Anna and not getting her secret, we were allowed to come through to the forest and complete the Trials of Soliana once again, which I'm pretty sure are actually changed from when we did them as Sonic. But that, again, is in the past, and we are going to let it be, because today we are going to follow this majestic bald eagle into the fight, back into the action and into some levels, and we're actually going to play the game again, which I'm pretty excited about. So, if you're excited as well, please make sure to leave a like on the video down below. It's very much appreciated, and it helps out a ton, as you already know. With that, let's leap into the talons of the bald eagle and not be able to walk onto this very simple platform. Yeah! And here we go! Off to whatever level awaits us next. And oh, he doesn't carry us right into the level. Right, he has to bring us to the top of the tower, totally break the moment and ruin the mood, and then we jump into the portal, which brings us to the loading screen. Which, you know, is just as good at ruining the mood and breaking the moment. But you know what? I'm used to it. Oh, here we go! Cutscene time that we've probably already seen. Ah. Silver's the hero of the day.
You look like you're in a hurry. So, what's going on?
Awful weather we're having today, huh? It's like small talk.
I need to rescue the princess.
Oh, okay, I'll trust you unconditionally then. Sure, let me just bet my life on you. And here we go, into Kingdom Valley. That's the name of the place. For some reason, I couldn't remember it for a second there. But we're going to be following the egg carrier, and I suppose we're going to be playing most of this level as Silver this time, which I'm not hyper excited about. But, Kingdom Valley. Now, this is the one... Yeah, there's that, like, big lake, and we have to break down platforms and jump across them and stuff. I don't remember exactly, but it's kind of cool, a little, visually. It's a little bit drab, but I like the kind of setting that it's in. You know, an old castle. Aren't you a little late in saying that? Shouldn't you have been saying that, like, 45 minutes ago before we completed any of those trials? And actually, back in the past, so technically, you're a couple dozen years late on that, Silver. Come on, man. You gotta step your game up if you're gonna be working side by side the fastest thing alive. And wow, those fit back perfectly. That's convenient. So, here in Kingdom Valley, what kind of stuff are we gonna have to do? Can I open you? Yes, I can! There's no little psychic platform in front of those bars, so I'm gonna have to remember that for the future. And I'm going to have to cope with massive amounts of slowdown. I feel like in Silver's story, more than in... oh god. More than in Sonic's or in Shadow's, there's a lot of slowdown going on. Maybe it's because Silver is, like, the most combat-heavy of all the characters. Since he's so slow, they have to fill up his story with something, and they throw a bunch of enemies at you, and they go, I did it! I made a game! It is a video game, and it's playable. Are you proud yet? But... yeah, I feel like there's the most slowdown in Silver's story, probably because there's just the most stuff going on at screen. Going on screen, all at once. Oh man, words are hard. Okay, so the pendulum, which I don't know what you're talking about. Ooh. Ooh, oh god, what? Hold on a second. What? Did that giant tower just fall down because of that tiny little crate I threw at it from 100 yards away? Are you serious right now? Oh boy. Oh boy. That is some faulty construction, my friend. That ain't safe. I'm gonna file a lawsuit or something. We can't have this. We can't have this. An innocent hedgehog could have been hurt, man. Luckily, we got there in time, and where the heck am I going? I don't even know. So I guess we were supposed to break that tower with the pendulum, but I'm a little rebel, I am, so, I did it with no more than a little crate. If that's not a testament to my power, then I don't know what is. But, let's just keep on moving and pretend that never happened. And pretend any of this ground that we're standing on right now is anything remotely close to safe. Because, I don't know, man. I am more than a little bit worried about all this. So, can I just float over here? I'm not exactly sure where I'm going. I'm pretty sure I have to go around that way, like forward and to the left from here. But I don't really remember, and I can't remember if this is the same route that Sonic took. But it looks like we're doing something right, because we found ourselves a checkpoint, which is always a good indicator. There we go, take this guy out, and the bridge just fell. I didn't even hit it that time! The robots were just standing on it, and I guess they're just over the weight limit. Aw darn, the bridge can only hold 20 pounds before it collapses completely, even though the whole thing is made of rock-solid concrete, or rock, or whatever this bridge happens to be made out of. I'm gonna sound real ignorant, because I don't know any facts about bridges, guys. What if someone, like, mugs me on the street and takes my wallet, and they're like, you can have it back if you name 3 facts about bridges and their building materials? What am I gonna do then? I have no idea. Probably drop these boxes and jump on a spring and get the heck out of there, because that ain't safe. So, yeah, these are the platforms that I was thinking of that you can, like, throw boxes at and they collapse. And I guess the towers just collapse from anything as well, which is, oh god, kind of hilarious. But this situation isn't. Please don't shoot me in the face. That's a pretty reasonable request, right? Like, if there's anything that you want to do right now, could you, Hey, man, we're fine. I thought, for some reason I thought they'd sink, even though I was just talking about the fact that, like, they don't, and you can totally walk on them if you just throw a box at them and break them. But anyway, let's just forget that ever happened. Forget that embarrassing little venture, and continue onwards towards this very, very unaware robot who we just destroyed. Can I, like, open you with psychic powers or something? No, but I sure can stick my whole head inside the door. Is anybody in there? Hold on, let me just take a peek. Teleports through the wall. Okay. Anyway, Silver, get your magical double teleportation powers. What am I talking about? Get your telekinetic teleportation powers out of here, and let's just worry about these spike balls that are randomly flying around for no reason. There was one in the back that was just going crazy. It's like, you know what? I don't have to follow your guys' rules. I play by my own book. I'm gonna fly around, I'm gonna kill some stuff. And you know what? I like that. I like individuality in my spike balls. I'm all for it. So let's... oh god. See, that's what I'm talking about. Especially as the game goes on, there's a lot of big groups of enemies, and they're all shooting something at you at once. Plus, you gotta have your ammo on the side, or else you're not gonna be able to kill any of these enemies. So, there's so many missiles, and so many laser blasts, and bullets on the screen, plus there's bombs and crates to the side, and there's just hundreds and hundreds of objects that the game cannot handle. And it's pretty obvious that this game can't handle very much, but they take, like... oh, how do I work you? Do I square you? I'm so... Can we take a moment to... What are these physics? Are you... okay. Okay. Whatever. I'm done questioning. I just want to take a moment to appreciate that these towers are literally just Jenga towers, and that's it. Like, it's like there's 2 pieces. The bottom part, which is kind of stable a little bit maybe, and then the top part, which was just like Elmer's glued on there. 10,000 tons of concrete, or stone, or whatever, are just Elmer's glued onto the bottom, and they're like, you know what, it's fine. Nobody uses this castle anyway, it's just for looks. I swear, a strong gust of wind could have blown... oh god, I had no rings. I thought I had rings. I'm sorry, everybody. A strong gust of wind... god, they did not let up, though. They were throwing those missiles like it was nobody's business. But look, it, like, barely touches the tower, and it just... oh god. Kingdom Valley was an inside job, man. There's no way that could have occurred naturally. Not a one. But, anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, things and stuff, I guess. Let's step on this, and hey, it didn't even break that time. You know what? Maybe it's like, maybe the physics in this game are so advanced that it's like quantum level, you know? Something different happens every time, and it's all probability based instead of, you know, me just not stepping on the right stone to collapse an entire completely structurally stable bridge. But anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. What was I talking about in the first place? I totally don't remember. Am I even supposed to... Yeah, let me drop you, and we'll be in here. But yeah, like, that weight barely touched the tower, and it all exploded, and it was the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. And suddenly there's enemies here that weren't there a second ago. What? How? How and why? Like, I was wondering where I was supposed to go. I thought maybe, hey, I could kill some enemies and open up that box with the spring over there. But nope, that's not the case. Why would that ever be the case? And then as soon as I walk to the left side of the room in the corner, things get a little better. And now the room is shaking, and my entire life is being destroyed, and I just do not know what's happening. Okay. Whoa. Ooh, I didn't realize that was a piece of wall. I thought it was just, like, part of the... I didn't realize it was a ledge. I thought it was part of the wall. But, anyway, let's just continue onward. Pretend that none of this is happening. I don't know, this level's being really kind to us, man. It's giving us all sorts of entertainment, and I'm digging it. So, here we have a very, very dangerous frozen spike thing. Oh, God! Now I look stupid. I thought it was just sitting there for some reason. I thought it was, like, frozen, but no. Apparently it does track your movement. So, you got me, Eggman, or whoever else designed this very modernly trapped ancient place. I don't really understand, because all the enemies here are definitely Eggman. Box, come on now, work with me. Can I snipe these guys from here? What is this rock doing in my hand? Where did that come from? It's raining boulders, guys. You might want to get out your umbrellas, because today's forecast is not looking very pleasant for your health. Anyway, just jump off here. But yeah, it's like, oh god, oh god, oh god, no, Silver, no! The weather's terrible, why would you want to go swimming right now? Yeah, all the boxes and stuff are clearly, like, gun boxes, and all the enemies are clearly Eggman enemies, but around here, pretty much all we have is, like, really old architecture, architecture, whatever, architecture that nobody's touched in, like, forever and ever, so I really don't know what's going on. I guess Eggman probably booby-trapped the place, but why would he give us boxes to break things with? Who knows? Why am I questioning the most trivial of Get... Silver, what are you doing? I couldn't... I couldn't move. He was standing there like, ha ha ha, look how powerful I am. Oh, I'm dead. Uh-oh. What's going on? And the boulders are still falling, and they look like those boulders off of Nickelodeon Guts that are totally made of styrofoam and wouldn't do anything to anybody. Oh, what is going on in this episode today, guys? I don't understand anything about this world anymore. But anyway, now that we're done with that very, very easy conglomerate of, like, 3 enemies, we can just move on forward and pretend like our day is going fabulous, even though I just died 3 times. And you know, dying once usually ruins your day a little bit, but dying 3 times, that's a whole other ballgame, dude. I really like maneuvering around on these crates. And I think there's some way you can do it, like, infinitely. I'm really not sure on how to do that. I'm sure somebody's told me, like, 80,000 times down in the comments, and like, how do you not remember me? I'm sorry, I wish I could remember every comment and hug you all and stuff. But, I think there's a way to float on a box infinitely and just go up forever or something like that, which sounds awesome, and I want to try that eventually, but today is not that day. Today we will be throwing boxes at the robots down below, which I can't really see because my microphone is in the way. Have I ever told you guys how like hackneyed all of my recording setups are? It's pretty great. Right now, my camcorder is sitting on top of a different camcorder's box, 2 Yu-Gi-Oh card tins, about 12 CD cases, and 13 floppy disks that I've had since I was like 4 years old. And that's my camera stand, so there you go, that's the professional way of going about it. And I've got absolutely no room on my, on this, like, desk, because it's a pretty small desk, so my microphone is covering up, like, half the screen, and then those floppy disks are covering up the other half of the screen, and I'm basically playing blind. A blind Let's Play while I'm actually blind. Double blind, if you might, as you might call it. Anyway, let's take this guy out, just because I don't want I can do this, right? Yes, I can stun him and pick him up, and let's throw him over there, and... God, that's actually kind of satisfying how ridiculously whoa, what's going on over there? How ridiculously fast all that wood flies out, because it's like, oh yeah, that was such a good hit, I have so much power over the stage, man. Except that, you know, it totally should not do that, because I, like, baby tap it with a box or with a robot or something, and none of it makes sense. But I'm not even complaining. You got a sick paint job, my man. You're my favorite weird flyy robot guy that we found so far. Oh, we still have 42 rings. I thought we lost them all for some reason. Threw me off. I'm used to them classic Sonic mechanics. Haha, 90s gamer. Oh, what am I going on about? Let's continue over here. God, I can't see anything. I've got too much destructive power in my grasp right now. It's all just in the way, man. I'm blind with power, mad with power, happy with power, but a little bit dissatisfied with power. You know what I'm not dissatisfied with, though, is this eagle right here, whose texture makes him look like a flying lump of dirt, kinda, but I'm not even gonna question it, because he's bringing me to freedom. And we're still following the egg carrier, and I just realized this level has gone on really long, like 10 minutes long, plus the couple of deaths that I had, so we'll see where it takes us from here. As long as this loading screen ever ends. I don't know. I wish I could jump dash through this loading screen, but that just isn't the case, man. Nothing's happening. And we're just at a different part of the level. I understand, like... sometimes loading screens, if it's like a different kind of level, like a loading screen in the level to get to the Mach speed section. Like, I really would prefer if there weren't one, but I understand it. But now I'm just in a different place that I could have walked to and not broken the composition of the whole level with the loading screen with. And now I'm Sonic suddenly. Oh. Now I kind of understand why we needed a loading screen, although we probably didn't need one for that either. Oh god, not this segment. Didn't I die like 30 times on this? Or at least on some ropey segment like this. I don't remember exactly, but I remember I got this uncomfortable feeling right now, man. Like, I'm just gonna break both my legs after falling such a huge distance. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll just run fast some more. Yeah! But I do vaguely remember falling on a bunch of tightrope things, so perhaps that won't be a segment that we have to do. But now... I'm not even mad that we're playing as Sonic, because he plays just so much better than Silver. And I know I said earlier, oh, Silver has so much more slowdown than the other hedgehogs in this game, blah, blah, blah. But, of course, in the very same episode, we get to a segment with Sonic where everything's extremely slowed down for all the exact same reasons that Silver stuff is. Do we still have all the abilities? Oh, it looks like we do. It looks like we do. We do have all the abilities that we got from... the gems in the shop. For some reason, I just totally blanked right there. And ran into a wall, which made me blink again, surprisingly. Ah, dang it, already? I wanted to try out some of the special abilities, but whatever. We can just kill more things with more boxes. And that's when it starts wearing on you, man. Oh my god. All this debris. Oh, get me out of here. I don't want to face any more enemies. I just want to be on my merry way and not deal with this thousand billion jillion trillion pounds of lag, man. Oh god. But that's when Silver's story really starts getting to you. Is when you start thinking about the fact that always your main weapon is a box. Like, always. Invariably, you're fighting things with boxes. Like, telekinesis is so cool, man. That's such a cool power. That was like, when I was a kid, I wanted telekinesis so bad. But not to pick up crates and throw them at things. Like... could have been at least a little bit creative with the ammunition, you know? I mean, I totally oh god. Oh god, am I dead? No, we're not dead. We're living. Oh, let's go. That's awesome. Anyway, I'm totally down with the missiles and stuff like that, picking up the enemy's ammunition. I think that's a cool concept, but I'm not too into the using crates for literally everything ever. Anyway, that kind of reminds me, where am I going now? Ooh, I'm gonna have to crate over there, aren't I? Because I can't go anywhere from... Oh, wait, do I have to break this tower? Excuse me! Do I have to break this tower? Can I do that? Yes, apparently I can. Of course I can! It's not like it looks like a huge structural thing that would require giant bombs to destroy. No. But, yeah, when I was a kid, I wanted telekinesis so bad. After I watched, it was an episode of Pokemon, the Pokemon anime, the original series, where Ash goes to, Saffron City, and he's fighting Sabrina, and she has that Alakazam or whatever, and it can, like, bend spoons, and I'm like, oh my god, telekinesis is the coolest thing ever. I want to pick things up without going a few feet over to them. That would be the most convenient thing since the remote control. And, I just thought it was the coolest thing, and ever since then, I was like, you know what? Telekinesis would be my jam, I think. So, when I was little, I would always, like, look at objects that were already likely to move on their own, like a little Halloween decoration that's made out of, like, little stringy things, or like a flag or something, and I was like, I'm gonna move that with my mind, and the wind would flutter it a little bit, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm getting telekinesis, guys! Look at me! I'm a psychic, and dark types are super effective against me. But no, I tried so hard to convince myself that telekinesis was, like, a real thing that is totally possible. And, I was just totally obsessed with the power. I remember, I've been on this platform for, like, a minute. I'm so sorry. But I remember I would always sit on my kitchen floor, and I would hold a spoon in my hand, and I would stare at the spoon for, like, super, super long. And then I would bend it with my thumb a little, and then I'd tell myself, I didn't bend it with my thumb. I bent it with my mind. And convince myself, yet again, that I had telekinesis, which, you know, surprisingly enough, I never actually obtained such an ability, but, you know. A boy can dream, can he? So here we are at possibly the final enemy gauntlet of the level, and we are accomplishing things at a very, very slow pace. God, please just let me reach the end of the level. I'm so tired of this right now. Like, this is way, 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 way too slow. Oh god, don't die, don't. Okay, I have rings. I wasn't sure if I had rings there for a second, or if I was about to pick them up or whatever, but oh. That's the worst scare ever. Right at the end of the level, thought I was gonna die, and I'm pretty sure the last checkpoint was, like, way back, so that would have been pretty bad. Silver, crack a smile, my man. I just looked at his face, and I realized he's not smiling. He's got this, whatever kind of look on his face. I got a B? A 15-minute playthrough of that level, and I still got a B rank? Whoa. Because Sonic 06 definitely isn't the most generous Sonic game with its, ranking system, so a B isn't, like, that bad. Now, I'm not saying it's super difficult to get S ranks or whatever, because it definitely isn't, but I'm also not saying that it's, easier than, like, Sonic Generations to get an S rank or something like that. So, now loading, and probably later loading as well, and loading to infinity and beyond. But there it goes, the egg carrier on fire. And the least climactic crash scene.
Elise!
It doesn't even explode. So, Blaze,
Wait.
how have you been?
There's still a way to change this.
What are we doing?
If we return to an earlier point in time, we'll be able to save her. I understand.
The premise of this whole series! Oh! Alright, I hate to go for the really, really obvious joke, but a lot of the time in Sonic games, they just sort of off-camera get the Chaos Emeralds, and it's like, that's cool, but where exactly are they pulling them from in this one? Like, they're not even subtle about it. Oh, God.
I can handle this myself.
That's a terrible idea.
Somewhere to go, right? You
Idiot!
sure to change Elise's fate. And that in turn should change your future too.
Is that how time travel works? I'm still kind of confused about this whole thing.
Yeah. Just save her.
Turns to Blaze. God, I hate that guy so much. And here we go as well, because why not? Well, that's probably the best idea to save Sonic from this horrible, horrible entrapment of a fate that he's sentencing himself to. Like, come on, man. Oh, this doesn't seem right.
I know
Taking a wrong turn at Timbuktu.
Don't have to change the past. I'm sure of it.
So you have a plan? Well, then let's hurry. I sense his flames.
You mean it's hot out? A lot of things could cause that, Blaze. Looking around awkwardly constantly so that the music can play in the background. This music deserves better, man. Deserves better than these hedgehogs who don't know how to converse normally. Anyway, we are headed to Flame Core. We are hurrying to Iblis, but we are not going to do it on this episode of Let's Play Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 because we are very close to out of time, and we don't have time for an entire level. So, I'd like to thank you all very, very much for watching this episode, and I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, and you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like on the video down below. As always, you guys know, it helps out a lot, and I appreciate it a ton. With that, I'm out of here, and next time we'll be taking on Flame Core and taking the fight to Iblis himself. And I feel like we're actually really approaching the end of the game, so that might be the next episode, or the end of Silver Story, rather. That might be the next episode, but for now, this episode is over. Thank you all very much once again for watching, and I will see you guys next time.